Hey guys, and welcome back to our travel channel. This time we are looking at Florence, a wonderful and popular city in Tuscany, Italy. There are many things to see and do in the city, but if you have a limited time, perhaps just an afternoon or a morning, we will reveal 5 of the must-see sites in Florence that all can be done in a few hours and all for free. Before we continue, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, then please consider doing so for more travel ideas. Number 1. The Arno River. The Arno River dissects Florence in two, right in the heart of the city. Here are suggestions of things to do in this part of the city. Why not take a stroll along the riverbanks and browse the many boutiques that line the walkways? Wander over the many beautiful bridges that span the river and marvel at the grand buildings that are located along the sides of the river. It's a great way to decompress from the more busy tourist areas of town. Watch the boats that frequently go up and down the river, or explore the back alleys that lead off in various directions. It's a popular place to photograph, of course, with interesting statues and sculptures nearer the main streets. You will not fail to notice the most famous bridge in Florence, which is our number 2. Number 2, Ponte Vecchio, or the Old Bridge. The most famous bridge in Florence is the Ponte Vecchio, which was built in the 14th century, although was sited very close to the original Roman crossing. There have been shops on either side of the bridge since the 13th century. Originally, there were all sorts of shops, from butchers and fishmongers through to tanners. But now only goldsmiths and jewellers are allowed to have shops there. Above the shops is a secret corridor that runs the entire length of the bridge that allowed the ruling Medici class to pass freely between the two palaces on either side of the river without being seen by the citizens. In the centre of the bridge is the bust of Cellini, a 16th century goldsmith. The bridge is a popular romantic spot in Florence and offering great views over the river and of the bridge itself. Leading away from the bridge towards the centre of the town is the main street, which is one of our next must-see sites of Florence. Number 3. Piazza della Signoria. This is the most iconic square in Florence. The historic square is surrounded by some of the city's most famous landmarks, art pieces and statues that attracts thousands of visitors every year. As soon as you enter the piazza, you're greeted by the towering Palazzo Vecchio, a grand palace that's been the seat of the Florentine government for centuries. Its beautiful architecture and stunning view of the square are a must-see for anyone visiting Florence. Right next to the Palazzo is the Loggia di Lanzi, an open-air museum that houses some of the most famous Renaissance sculptures, such as the Perseus holding the Medusa's head and the Rape of the Sabine Women. These impressive works of art are sure to take your breath away. You also not want to miss the David statue, as it's one of the most famous sculptures of the world. It was created by Michelangelo in the early 16th century and is a masterpiece of Renaissance art. If you're a history buff, you can't miss the Neptune fountain located in the centre of the square. The fountain was created in the 16th century and depicts Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, surrounded by sea nymphs. It's a beautiful piece of art that adds to the charm of the square. Number 4. Piazza Duomo. Florence's cathedral stands tall over the city with its magnificent Renaissance dome with the baptistry right across from it. The cathedral is a vast Gothic structure built on the site of the original 7th century church. It was completed in 1434 and is the most important must-see site in the whole of Florence. It's the 4th largest church in the world. It's famous for its sheer size and beauty. and the dome is a major architectural masterpiece ahead of its time. It's also free to enter, so you can enjoy the frescoes. The baptistry near the cathedral is one of the oldest buildings in Florence and dedicated to John the Baptist. The exterior is made of white and green marble, and the interior richly decorated with mosaics. The external doors were designed by two young goldsmiths and show the biblical scene of Abraham killing his son. Michelangelo commented that the doors were like the gates of paradise, and this name has been used for them until this day. Number 5. The Piazza di San Lorenzo. This piazza contains the Basilica of San Lorenzo, one of the largest churches of Florence, and this is the burial place for all the principal members of the Medici family. It has an unfinished facade and was once the main cathedral of Florence. The piazza itself is a busy, active square and one of the most frequented in the whole of Florence. So there you have it, guys. That's our top 5 must-see sites in Florence that could be seen in a short visit. If you have still time, then of course there are many delightful streets in Florence all waiting to be explored. Lovely gelaterias will tempt you with their famous flavours on most street corners. Artists and musicians frequent the alleys. Boutiques, craft shops, wineries and restaurants all delight any visitor to Florence. So we hope you have enjoyed this video on the 5 best places to see in Florence for free in an afternoon or a morning. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like the video, and check out all our other videos for more inspiration for future travels.